Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight. What it take to be number one, baby.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm from Broadway. Let's go. I want to beat him.
Do not fail. Do not fail. You cannot be a loser. Lose is nothing. You must not lose.
I want to see 10. Hey, you're gonna do it. Sing him out. Come on, man. Come on, you're gonna do it.
You cannot leave the gym a loser. You'd rather die than lose. Give. Come on.
Lightweight, baby!
Just hold it! Hold on! Everything you got! Come on! Dig!
Yeah, baby!
If you can't go through this pain barrier, you make it to be a champion. If you can't go through, forget it.
Tomorrow Wellness Reimagined.
times more important than people will ever understand when it comes to bodybuilding. In saying that, when it comes to anything in life, genetics is one of the most important aspects. A quick example is if you're 5'2" and you want to be a professional basketball player, guess what? You're not going to be a professional basketball player. Sorry, you got dealt a fucked hand and you're not going to be a basketball player. And it's the same with bodybuilding. Some guys are given incredible genetics as far as their structure, their capability of putting on muscle, their joints, their muscle bellies, how full they are, where they attach, how long they are, how short they are, how small their waist is. This is all genetics given by God. These are things you can't necessarily change. If you have shitty genetics, there's not much you can do. You can become the best that you can become, but to become the #1 bodybuilder in the world, it's probably not going to happen. Bodybuilding is not about being the biggest. It's about genetics, aesthetics. It's about symmetry. There's a lot to it. Anyone out there who sees someone better is always gonna say, oh yeah, that's because of this, that's because, no, motherfucker, it's because they work their ass off and because they have great genetics. And just because you ain't shit doesn't mean you have to take away from how great they are.
If it was possible, this would be too fucking big. But once again, it's not possible. So even this cartoon character you see before you, Stan Lee can't draw no shit like that. Look at that. But it ain't fucking possible. If you think I'm just talking shit here, let me ask that. Kai Greene is such thing as too big? No, sir. He thought I just made that shit up. That's Kai Greene right there. He said the same motherfucking thing.
The first place award, the Olympia gold medal, the Sandow Bronze Award and the title of 2011 Mr. Olympia to our winner tonight,
I think after I won the Olympia, you're faced with a lot of questions, and the main question is, obviously, can you do it again, and what's next? The record is 8 Mr. Olympia titles held by Lee Haney and Ronnie Coleman. Arnold Schwarzenegger won 7, Jay Cutler won 4, Dorian Yates won 6, and the list goes on and on. I think for me, it's just, I'm already the best at what I do. I had to ask myself a serious question, which was, can I get better than what I just did? But in my heart, I knew, I was like, Phil, this is just the beginning. Your legacy is not going to be dictated on winning 1 Olympia. It's going to be dictated on how many. I'm cursed with that right now. And I'm up for the challenge, and I know I can get better every day.
I'll feed you. I'll feed you some weights. Now I'm having fun. The goal is to break the record and this, that. How am I going to do that? I got to have fun. I'm living the dream. And that's what makes this job the best job I can even brag about. Pro bodybuilders, in my opinion, provide the world a lot of perspective on how to achieve greatness. They have to train hard, train smart, have fun. They have to have high levels of intelligence, organization, willingness to learn, and reassess things every single day. There's really no off season with these guys.
I'm gonna get better. If they think they're gonna get better, why won't I? You think I'm less motivated because I won? If anything, I'm more motivated than ever. There's a lot of people out there wondering, can he do it again? There's a lot of people that don't want me to do it again. Obviously, the guys I'm going against. They feel that they're putting in the work. They feel that they're harder, working harder, and they're gonna beat me. So it's my job to remind them.
Have left. Like that snowball, lasting for a perfect moment, all the while melting away. If we love such moments ferociously, then maybe we can learn to live well, not in spite of death, but because of it. Let death be what takes us, not lack of imagination.
What is your motive for action? What is it that drives you in your life today, not 10 years ago, or are you running the same pattern? Because I believe that the invisible force of internal drive activated is the most important thing in the world. I'm here because I believe emotion is the force of life. Explore where you are today so that you can contribute more. Most of society thinks biography is destiny. The past equals the future. And of course it does if you live there. Decision is the ultimate power. I've had an interesting laboratory to try to answer the question of the real question, which is what's the difference in somebody's life if you look at somebody like those people that you've given everything to, like all the resources they say they need. You gave them not a $100 computer, you gave them the best computer. You gave them love, you gave them joy, you were there to comfort them. And those people very often, and you know some of them I'm sure, end up the rest of their life with all this love, education, money, and background, spending their life going in and out of rehab. And then you meet people that have been through ultimate pain. Psychologically, sexually, spiritually, emotionally abused. And not always, but often they become some of the people that contribute the most to society. life, we say there's two master lessons. One is there's the science of achievement. That's how do you take the invisible and make it visible, right? How do you take what you dream about and make it happen, whether it be your business, your contribution to society, money, whatever it is for you, your body, your family. But the other lesson of life that is rarely mastered is the art of fulfillment. But when it comes to fulfillment, that's an art. And the reason is it's about appreciation and it's about contribution. You can only feel so much by yourself. Transformation can happen. So my invitation to you is this. Explore your web. The web in here. The needs, the beliefs, the emotions that are controlling you. For two reasons. So there's more of you to give. Achieve too. We all want to do it, but I mean give. Because that's what's going to fill you up. And secondly, so you can appreciate, not just understand, that's intellectual, that's mind, but appreciate what's driving other people. If 9 days from now you were going to die, who would you call? What would you say? What would you do?
you can't do something. I don't care how old you are or what your gender is or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. If you tell yourself you can do anything, and no matter how many times you get hit and no matter how many times you go down, I mean, even if you're shaking up, you shake it off, you get back up, and you come at it with everything you got, eventually you're going to pass it. Or you're going to be dead. And if you're dead, what's the big deal anyways, right? So that was the one lesson that I learned really well in my career, was the fact that no matter how hard I got hit, just as long as I kept getting back up and going at it, that eventually I would pass what was thrown at me.
How do you motivate yourself? One of the things that we must do is that we must be involved in working on achieving self-mastery.
You know what's there? Waiting. Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
In your life, you may have 103.5 rules for success. I don't know, but you need to learn for yourself. You need to discover that for yourself. You have this fucking thing up here, man. It's a brain, a mind.
You need to know. You need to start asking yourself some questions. What do I really, really, truly want?
Is it beyond our reach? Because if it is, then we are nothing but sheep being herded to the final slaughterhouse. I will not go down that way. I choose to fight back. I choose to rise, not fall. I choose to live, not die.
People ask me, he says, how is it that I have the ability to go out and do something unique or great? Because you have this fucking mind and you can learn anything. There's not anything you can't learn if you make the time and effort to sit down and learn it.
I remember that which matters most. We are still here!
Human being, you've got unlimited potential. You can put effort on you, and by concentrating on you and developing you, you can transform your life wherever you are right now.
know this for a fact. You can put weights in people's hands, and within 3 or 4 times of doing it, you can tell if a kid really wants to lift. There's a magic that they feel. And within the first 3 days, when Stephen would lift, he liked the feeling of being tight. And he used to say, boy, I like that tightness, you know. And so he went from, maybe in 6th grade, from benching maybe 100 pounds to about 165, 170. Well, when he started 9th grade, he benched 300 pounds, guys. And he would squat and loved it.
Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown, the people I've met. All the wonders in my world, all the wonders in this world, all the wonders in my world, all the wonders of my world.
You have to set a standard for yourself that is very, very, very high, you know, and you have to manage yourself to keep your thoughts where they need to be in order to allow you to be successful at what you're trying to do. One way you can say, absolutely I can, is not with your mouth, but with your actions.
All too often people look at food as if, you know, each meal needs to be something so exciting. They need to be so happy about it, and you know, it's not like that. I mean, you know, you eat for purpose. The meal might be great, it might be just okay, you know, but you eat it, life goes on, and you get on to the next one.
Sometimes the world no longer needs a hero. Sometimes what it needs is a monster.
Knock this shit out. Real talk. Don't look weak.
Can I command more from myself? Am I connecting with this muscle as intensely as I can tonight? Am I training hard enough? You know, can I train harder? Your thoughts are going to be everything.
don't waste your time and don't do wasted sets. Don't sit there and dick around. Once you put your hand on the bar, every set counts. Every single time you lift that bar, it counts.
It's about breaking the rules, not the laws, breaking the rules. It's all about you going after what you want, achieving what you want, not worrying about what anybody else thinks. Don't worry about how big the goal is. If it's not big enough, it doesn't seem like it might be a dream, then maybe the goal's not big enough. If it's not challenging enough, you're not going to work hard enough to go get it. Don't worry about what society says or what society thinks. You decide what your destiny is. You decide what your future holds, and you get there through hard work. You are going to be so strong that whatever it is you choose to do, you can accomplish. And you know you can accomplish it because all it takes is hard work and determination.
Take the bodies out! Call the ambulances! I'm done giving first and second fucking chances! I'm a killer, I'm a kill it, I'm a kill it! I'm a killer, I'm a kill it, I'm a kill it!
Night after day, after night, I work, hustle, kill, and I fight. Might as well give me the throne that you inherit. And while you're at it, give me the badge, cause I'm the sheriff.
Everybody back up! I want this! I want this! I want this! I'm bigger than a back drum! I want this! 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 I want this!
Some people are walking blind, and other people fall in line. But I'm too busy chasing mine to let the world leave me behind. I'm going for mine. Getting to the top is just a matter of time until I get mine. Never looking back, cause I'm on my grind. I'm going for mine.
Take the bodies out! Call the ambulances! I'm done giving first and second fucking chances! I'm a killer, I'm a kill it, I'm a kill it! I'm a killer, I'm a kill it, I'm a kill it! Everybody back up! I want this! I want this! I want this! I'm bigger than a back
is no beast mode. Just be a beast. You're either a beast or you're not. And that's the decision that you gotta make every day. When you wake up in the morning, you're either gonna be a beast or you're not. I don't have any bad days. I have good days and I have great days. I don't have any bad days because I'm a beast 24/7. 24/7.
I'm about to tear it up now. I'm about to tear it up. I'm about to tear it up now.
Everybody back up.
I run this, I run that, I run this, I run that, I run this, I run that, I run this.
Everybody back up.
Everybody back up. I run this, I run this, I run that. I figure that I'm back strong. I run this, I run that. Everybody back up. I run this, I run this, I run that. I figure that I'm back strong. I run this, I run this.
Is that you're supposed to fail. You're supposed to fucking fail because failure is the stepping stone to success.
The Bible says it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. It is with the mind that we serve the Lord. The mind is the battleground. It is the place where the greatest conflict is. There are more people in this room having trouble in their mind than there are people having trouble in their finances. The struggle is in your mind. This is why we have people who go to bed tired and wake up tired. Slept 8 hours and you wake up still tired. The reason you wake up tired is that you got sleep but you didn't get rest. Your mind has been in turmoil all night long. You've been wrestling in your sleep. Have you ever woke up and your bed was wet? The bed is all tore up just like you've been in a fight because your mind has not rested. Your body went to sleep but your mind is still caught up in a warfare. Your mind is a battleground. Touch somebody and tell them the enemy is after your mind. Out to worry you to death, out to stress you to death, out to break you down, out to make you quit, out to make you think that you can't get up, out to make you give up on your dream. The warfare is in your mind, it's not in your checkbook. It's not in your savings account, it's not on your job. The fight that you got to fight is in your mind. And if you whip it in your head, you can whip it in your checkbook.